This is day 439 of Zohar Pshat, and we are on the top of Nun Beis and Aleph. And we talk about the two chairs. We'll start from the fourth line down. Between the two chairs, one above, one below. Bein Trekis Vani lane between these two chairs, Misgalvin Kolun Tome. They're turn around and around, meaning cycle all those depths, all those pipelines. These knots were embedded. Bein Trekis Vani lane between these two chairs, Ilan Shima Chamesh, those 75 Tzinorin, Inun Shiva, those 70 pipelines, Inun Eloi, the Kula, which of course is 7 or above the 75. But we're going to come back to a different cheshbon of 7 in a few moments. All the other ones are connected to these pipelines, and they're all embedded in the cycles of this chair. On one hand, needs to be the high karsaya, and they're embedded in the cycles of the other chair, but sitra and on the other side. The waters go up and down. In the nachtin, and those who go down, it's interesting here, he says, kra'on, they dig deep, betayme. I think when they use drills, they actually send water down into the drill to soften the ground and make the drill work more effectively. Their tohemas are very deep. There's evidently the abyss is extremely deep, and you have to constantly go and dig deeper. It could be that that's the Yeridas Hadoros. As generations go by, we get lower and lower into the abyss. We go deeper and deeper into the Tehom. You have to dig deeper and bring water into deeper reaches of the Tehom, because it goes down further and further and further. And that's the idea of the Doros Achronim, Aragleha Yordos Moves. Right, they go down towards death, and we keep on digging deeper and trying to bring water into places where water hitherto had been unable to reach. That's the mile of the Doros Achronim over the Doros Rishonim. The Doros Rishonim were much higher levels, but they didn't have to dig down as deep. We have to dig down much deeper and try and bring ore and water to places where otherwise it had not previously been. I don't know if that's Pshat in the Zohar, but I think that's Korvel Pshat. The Nachtim B'Toime. We keep digging down. Ubakilon, and we break them open. Right, we blast new the depths into the darkness there. Saki Loim Nukve Avnin, and then the waters which we dig up from below, words string up from below, because pipelines go back and forth. They go up even in Nukve through the holes in the stones. And they come back and they fill the 7 seas. And we'll come to these 7 seas in a minute. But the 7 seas also represent a shefa, which comes about because of our Voida down below. Okay, so the Adkan Shiva Gvani Norim Barazi Law. Until now, we talk about the 7 types of rivers on a higher level. Now we're going to speak about on a different level. I'm not sure. It seems like a lower level, but for our purposes, I think we'll just use it as a different level, because we're not differentiating the way we would if we were the Sulam, of course, and go into details upon details. So therefore, let's just say it's different. Shiva Norin Achronin, 7 other rivers. Mispag and Shiva Yamin, they go into 7 seas. Okay, so evidently there's some connection, because we said that we brought the waters from one system come to the other system, but exactly the connection is, it's not clear. I think the Sarusa de la Sata, our Voida below, arouses the Sarusa de Ela, which fills up these 7 seas. So the 7 seas were pashas of these 7 other rivers. The Pashup Pshat was the 7 spheros, which impact down below, from Chesed and below. Yam Achad Kolon, and there's one Yam which includes all of them. Hahu Yam Achad Iu. That Yam, that sea is one. Yama Ilah. It's a sea on high. In other words, the Sheva, which comes from above. Kula Sheva Yam, including below, all the 7 seas are included in it. Shiva 9 Elaine, only in the Gal Yama. These 7 rivers go into this sea. Umachon lay, and they beat it. Liyama, the sea, the Shiva Citrin. So I'm not sure if the rivers come from above the sea or the rivers come from below the sea, but they come into this place of Shefa, and they divide up the Shefa into this different spheres, which are the different ways in which the Shefa comes down into this world. They divide 7 sides. And each of these 7 sides divides into 7 rivers. So it's like 49. I'm not sure whether this is a pasuk actually. It seems like it, but it's not being quoted here from a. There's no source for it being given here, but except for another Zohar and Shmos Rishon base, which I assume would be referring to the Moshe Rabbeinu hitting on the Sela. But anyway, each of these nachalim divides 7 rivers, and the Tzitziaris makes a cheshbon here. We'll get into huge numbers here eventually with all the divisions here. Every river divides into 7 orchim. Every orach divides into 7 paths. All the waters of the sea go into all these various breakdowns of the spheros, each one into 7 and 7. And Shiva Nahorin, and 7 lights, Salkim and Achlin Shiva Sitchin, go down into these 7 sides. Shiva Nahorin, Eloin, Oil go Yama, and the 7 of these 7 rivers go into the sea on high. Shita Inun, there are 6 really. Umichad Elon Nafke Kamadanath Yama. And from the one on high, which I don't know which one we're talking about, but I assume we're talking about Chesed, takes from which is the highest of the lowest spheres, goes up and takes takes from above and brings down into the sea. Yama, just like the sea takes from the Shefa above. It divides up its water to each and every one of the seas, to each and every one of the rivers. Now, all this is a prelude to what's coming up next, which we're going to leave for tomorrow. There's one serpent below. All this beautiful system of rivers and the sub-rivers and sub-rivers and streams and pathways, it's all threatened by the serpent below. Okay, but we'll come back to that tomorrow.